Hello and welcome to the Sacred Gates Ascension podcast. My name is Illura. How often has it happened to you that you're practicing meditation and you just don't feel like you're getting anywhere? And in fact, it's just a total mess and you kind of feel like you're crazy. Well, this happens to everybody. You're not the only one. And it's very common for people to give up because they feel like they're not getting anywhere. And I think sometimes as a culture, we're very impatient, and this can cause us to give up before the fruits of our labor are actually come back to us. Or we think nothing's happening, but actually there is actually a lot happening. It's just that our perceptive abilities aren't at the level yet that we can perceive that. And that's why it's handy to have a really good teacher, because they can see for you and help guide you and help keep you going. But not everybody has that. So I just wanted to do a video on if you're someone that gets impatient with your practice, to keep going, because what's happening inside you can't always see. And also to remember that if you feel like you're kind of screwed up and you've got lots of issues and blocks and crazy stuff going on inside of you mentally and emotionally, like everybody does, and you're learning how to work with these crazy substances of thought and emotion through your consciousness, which may not feel like it's expanded enough yet, or you don't have the skills and abilities, just know that however and whoever you've become over the years of life, and you want to change that, it takes time sometimes to change these things. A lot of inertial stream has been put towards that, and it can take time, and you need to endure and be willing and focused and persistent to change and turn that franchise around, as my favorite comedian Bill Burr says, just turn that franchise around. And you need time, and you need regular time and practice to do it. And it does take time. And sometimes the higher self, the reason why it's not obvious is often because we're just not willing to sit and observe, which means to feel, and to feel the balance of what's going on inside of us, to feel the substances. And it's a practice. These things that we're doing, meditation is a practice. And I know it seems obvious, but sometimes in that moment we forget that practice means that we've got to practice to get better. And it is really actually an ability to connect to your higher self. It is an ability that you can absolutely do. And once you recognize the feeling of your higher self, that sentience that you are, that sentience that is coming through your feeling, through your body, through this thread that's wanting to help you in your meditation. So while you're meditating, become aware of a part of you that is trying to help you. It's like subtle sentience. I call it like the helping self, the higher self. Once you can feel the energy of your body, the energy of your mind, you use that mind attention that you have to extend out and to feel more, softly feeling more of who you are, and be aware of that feeling of sentience within you. That feeling of sentience within you is your higher self. It is your higher self. And you'll find that your mind wants to force. The mind always wants to force things. But the higher self is a much higher vibration. And so if your mind is forcing through thinking and just too much like pressure and too much force, then that very lighter energies and lighter frequencies, you won't be able to feel them, you won't be able to perceive them. So your mind has to be lighter, and that's what they mean by bare awareness. There's just a soft bare awareness through your mind, awareness of your skin, your body, your feeling, and feeling the sentience. And the sentience comes through much higher frequencies. So you have to be soft in your mind. Imagining things will not help you either. I would like to do a podcast on imagination, because I think it gets in the way of people progressing quite a lot without them realizing. It certainly did for me for many years. And so you need to have your mind very soft, very light, and feel for that subtle, soft sentience that's coming through you. And just remember, it's all a practice. You must practice every day, and don't give up, because these practices are designed to help you to expand yourself softly, gently, and experience more of who you are. And when you experience more of who you are, you're able to move away from the denser, heavier energies of the lower self. And that gentle, subtle mind field of observing and feeling is what will allow you to do that. But you have to be soft, and you need to be patient and consistent. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.